Hi everyone, this is Monsif, and today I'll be showing Gemma Miner, which is an open source project that turns any website and any web source page into a research grade dataset in one sentence. So the problem today is that we're relying more and more on large language models to input and output data, which is unstructured data. And the problem is that we have this much data sitting on the web, and we can't exploit it to get real numbers, because we need real values, real columns, and real datasets to run statistics. Let's give it to large language models. They are really good at reading passages, summarizing documents, and answering relatively simple questions about elements. But once we have more advanced questions, such as what relationship can we extract from X and Y, things like linear regression, maybe training models to predict something, we need real datasets, real columns. And once we have that real dataset, we can extract real numbers. These are numbers that were extracted from real websites using Gemma Miner, and I will show them later on. So without further ado, this is the Gemma Miner repository, and you can install it with UV. It's published on PyPy, so you can just copy the UV tool, install Gemma Miner, and then you can launch using Gemma Miner. Perfect. So by default it's using Gemini 3.1 Flash. I will tell later on why Gemini 3.1 Flash, but for now I will switch to Gemma Full Local. If you have a good GPU, good memory, you can run your own inference using Ollama. Or you can also use providers such as OpenRouter for Gemma 4 also. So we tell it, make me a dataset about the recent 18 stories from Hacker News. Extract the upvote and category, and okay, let's just do that. And in the meantime we'll go back. The two datasets I have already shown in the slides were these ones. They are available on Hugging Face publicly. So we have real insights that were generated using models, but once again they have access to the dataset, so models can reason and create code to run analysis on the datasets. And same for the other dataset. So we get insights that we couldn't have gotten with unstructured data and just text. And it's also traceable, verifiable. We can go back to the data and see which data we have, unlike when we just input data and let the attention of the model decide which variable is important or not. So if I go back to the Gemma Miner, a cool fact about this project is that I introduce what I call the contract. For example, here I say that the model decides that the contract is that it should have 18 rows, and the field should be title, URL, score, comment count, author, and published at. The source, it decided its new Y Combinator, which is for Hacker News. Votes or score, okay, it's a note. And the Gemma Miner will keep running until it finds all the 18 rows. So this is a long-running agent, which means if running on your local machine, like I'm doing right now, it can go for up to many hours to release a dataset. It depends also on the number of rows you're requesting and the complexity of the website. Because at the end, what's doing is just trying to inspect elements of the DOM elements of HTML, trying to pinpoint the elements, the item, decides what an item is, and run a large-scale scrapping Then for each scrapping, it will decide how it will extract the dataset from it. Now the question is, why Gemma and why Gemini 3.5 Flash? And the answer for that is that we have been doing our research to benchmark models against function calling to extract values from datasets, which is exactly what we are trying to do with Gemma Miner. And we got quite a surprise that Gemma for 31 billion parameter and Gemini 3.1 Flash both outperformed Opus 4.6 and 5.4 on economics and law domains, because this is what we're doing in our project. And this was quite a surprise to see a model that's on average scoring best on, from all the other models. And for that, I think it would need its own CLI, command line interface. And later on, we did another test with the Opus 4.7 and GPT 5.5. We still got Gemma 4 on the top. Gemini went to the fourth position. So for that, I think that it's a gold value to have cheap models and models that we can run locally and have them run for hours on our own hardware to extract data. And the Gemma 4 comes in 4 releases. We have the edge models like E2B and E4B. I have tried E4B, it's working also good. 26B also good. 31B perfect for function calling and data extraction from text. So that was it. That's why Gemma Miner and why Gemma, and thank you again.